My story is incredible. Episode 15. This is a sad story. Before 2020, it was allowed to be real. Sometimes it was quiet, I was invisible. Near all the time, I was nothing. 1998, I was so lame, I was so sad, I think it was the beginning of the fall. 1998, I was so lame, I was so sad, I think it was the beginning of the fall. Sitting in front of a cheap TV and watching this lame World Cup matches. Me, the invisible football player, low. I wasn't bad, but I was nobody for everyone. No chicks, no friends, just football on TV.
1999. That year, with lone little nights on Casa de Cultura, just me and that old German magazines. Also, Lame. The same was with 2000, 2001, 2002. Wow, what a youthful year. But I tricuted beside it. 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, then 2009, 2010, 2011. Wow, what? Oh, this year. But I tricuted beside it too. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. I impersated Cashpica.
Parta, another, Cashpica, another, Cashpica, and then a humiliating Cashpica, and then another Gerora set.
Through the rain, through the inferno, P-G-L-E-E-H-U-M-I-L. Umalija. Ayueza Louise Eclectic and Lhasa, SVAD Totestia. Udabagbain la Cup. Itra. Udabagbain la Cup. Citric S. Imi Revin. Metuk 2, 2019.
The ultimate Cashpica.
Long walks through nature, where the air felt cleaner and time seemed to stretch, where I could hear my own thoughts without distraction, where every step felt grounded and every moment felt present, as if I was reconnecting with something simple but essential that I had almost forgotten. And then there was her, walking side by side, hand in hand, through the quiet streets of her village, where everything felt slower, more intimate, where people looked, where moments lasted longer, where conversations didn't need to be rushed, and where just being there, together, felt enough. And later, through my city, where the energy was different, faster, louder, but still ours, where the lights reflected off the streets at night, where every step felt like part of a story unfolding, where we didn't need to say much, because the connection spoke for itself. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't forced. It just worked. And maybe that's what made it powerful, because in a year where so many things felt uncertain, where the world seemed to be shifting in ways no one expected, there were still moments that felt stable, real, grounded in something that didn't need explanation. At the same time, something inside me kept growing. A level of confidence that didn't depend on outcomes, that didn't break under pressure, that didn't disappear when things got quiet, but stayed consistent, calm, and controlled, allowing me to move through every situation with a sense of certainty that came from within. Whether it was on the field, making the right decision in a split second, or walking through the city with a presence that didn't need validation, or standing in silence in nature, understanding that not everything needs to be rushed, I began to realize that this wasn't just a phase. This was even because being confident wasn't about being loud. It was about being sure of your actions, sure of your direction, sure of who you are becoming, and by the time 2020 unfolded completely with all its unpredictability, all its changes, all its moments that force people to stop and rethink everything. I wasn't trying to go back to anything anymore. I wasn't chasing old versions of myself. I wasn't looking for the same kind of validation. I was moving forward, stronger, clearer, more focused than ever. Because for the first time, I wasn't just living through moments. I was owning them. Every game of football, outside or indoor. Every step, every connection. Every woman and any kind of body in principle identity. Rated Simona, Mishaila, Tunde Sonia, Miha, Golden Mouth, PFF, Ugly Laita and Janita was the easygoing queen, and the one from all who look somewhere at a 85 in normal conditions. For me was a 980. What a crazy and good times, an agitated data, and was one who not honored the convocation named Mirela. Who eat everything, and no matter where I was, whether under bright lights on the field, walking through quiet streets, hand in hand, or standing alone in the middle of nature with nothing but my thoughts, one thing stayed constant. I felt in control, like never before, and klotsa make me almost any kind of physical, pofta and soul pofta, and didunti take me a Cashpica, not even one Cashpica, if I remember well, and that changed everything.